national chairman of the National Women's Party, which expressed alarm over the complete absence in this bill of any reference to civil rights for women. She says, "We are alarmed by the interpretation that may be given to the words discrimination on the account of race, color, religion, and national origin used in the bill. The meaning of this word is not made clear in the bill itself. We are informed that in the past, some government officials have interpreted race, color, religion, and national origin in a way that is discriminated against the white, native-born American woman of Christian religion. I share the views of my colleague in Oregon and her desire to eliminate the proven discrimination which colored women have suffered, but at the same time, I feel it's only just and fair to give all women protection against discrimination." Isn't this interesting? So just like the suffrage movement, the same argument was advanced. That if you give black people the rights, they're going to economically outstrip the white woman, and you have a moral responsibility as white people to make sure that that does not happen. Right? So you have to add sex so that you can empower all women, which, as Griffin said in an interview in CNN, which disproportionately would empower white women to get all the jobs and educational benefits of affirmative action and anti-discrimination law. Said differently, the addition of sex to Title VII in the congressional record clearly shows that the anti-discrimination law benefits from the post-civil rights era was distributed to white women by the addition of sex to Title VII and then divested from the black community. So while intersectionality has been creating an argument about black male privilege and black male disadvantage, it has not looked at the law. We have been arguing about Kimberly Crenshaw's idiosyncratic interpretation of case law and not what the legislators of the law deliberately intended and how they made policy. Right? So this is an argument that I take up in my research. I talk about the essentialist nature of intersectionality in my book, The Man Not, and I've expanded recently on these arguments about subcultural violence theory, in particular the quote and the relationship of compensatory masculinity and its use towards racialized men throughout the literature. I've done lots of research on black female perpetrated sexual assault and early black male sexual debut or statutory rape. These are 3 of the articles that I've published in various academic journals that speak specifically to this. The history of Title VII is something that I've recently just kind of started working on the last 5 or 6 months. But given that this was published in 2022, I have a long genealogy from Carolyn Byrd's work on the way that Title VII was supposed to be completely blown up and eliminated off the docket by the addition of sex. And when they weren't going to take it off the docket, how the inclusion of sex was meant as a way to make white women enriched and divest civil rights and economic gains from black people so they would stay poor. So I'll now open myself up for any questions that you may have.